Well, well, well. We're advancing to the next day, and it's draft time. It's time for the first year player draft. So we're going to go to that draft. Um, and we basically can look at what players we're looking at. We want to go with what we've scouted. I mean, obviously, they're the guys that we want to look at. Um, and we'll just add these guys to our thing. I mean, I mean, there's no reason not to add these guys because we've done scouting on them. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. We'll just go from there. Let's go to the draft right now. I've never been to the draft this year, so we'll see how it goes. The first six picks of the draft have been set via the new draft lottery. The lottery participants were all teams that did not qualify for last year's postseason. In other words, the Phillies are not involved. Um, Throughout the draft, the live ticker displays important information like the current round, who's on the clock, and which team is up next. When your team is on the clock, you will have 4 minutes to draft the prospect. All other teams have 10 seconds to make their pick, which means, hey, you're not going to be waiting forever. So it's a good thing. Consider bonus demands and other interests, the interest levels, etc., etc., etc. If you run out of time while you're on the clock, a top player from your draft queue will be drafted. Wow. At a point you want to speed up the draft, basically hit the start button and it can send to your next pick or send the rest of the draft. Not anything shocking there. Now we're going to start the draft. Rick Moody is pick number one. Okay. Stuart McManus. Johnny Richard. Ooh, they didn't pick anybody good. When they're good and everything, they'll actually like pop up on the screen like that last guy did. Those last three did. That's how you know whether you got like a really, really good pick or not. Now we're looking around 27. So now I just basically want to look at what I have here, at what's going to be going around 27. We're looking at Merle Hawkins possibly. Um, yeah, this guy opted out of his doctor exam. I really don't want to go with him. You know, he's 27th overall. So we're just basically going to have to figure out what we want to do. Do we want to? These are just scouted. All This guy could be somebody that I want. Yeah, it's going to basically be on what we're looking at the time. So it's kind of one of those cool things that you just have to see what happens. And no, we're not gonna take as long as 4 minutes. It's never going to be that long for our pick. And it's like I would basically go and look at what the other picks are and try to study things, but this kind of seems pointless. I'm definitely going to draft a pitcher. I really feel strongly about getting another starter pitcher for the minor leagues because we're kind of like weak in there. Other things is catchers and outfielders. As we keep on closing closer and closer to our pick. It doesn't seem like anybody else got like one of those top players. So okay, we are now on the clock. So like I said, we're at 27 right now. Now this is the interesting part. This closer guy, he's like ranked number 2 overall, and MLB has him ranked number 4 overall. So his potential is like crazy. And it's something that we're definitely weak at, and we definitely need something on. Kind of curious on why others didn't go for him, but I'm going to draft him. And there you go. I mean, he's going to have a healthy thing, but it's okay. And now we're going to end the first round with Texas. Prospect promotion incentive round results. There's only 2 of them. Did we not play it, I guess, long enough, or we get it for next year? Competitive balance round A results. Yeah, they added all this stuff to the amateur draft that is like, it's cool. I mean, I'm actually very happy for it because it just keeps it real. But I don't know if they label it this way in the real draft because honestly, it's not as exciting because you're not getting guys that are going right to the major leagues right away. So it's kind of hard to get into what players are what and all that. It makes it really, really hard. Now we are going into round two. Now here's the interesting thing. If you notice here, we do not have the full draft slots of all these things. I think it's because generally some teams lose draft picks or get penalized somehow. Not exactly sure how that goes. So we are going to do this, and we are going to sim to the Phillies' next pick, and we're looking at that's number 63 overall. Now this is interesting. Like I said, I want to look at center fielders possibility, but they're generally later in the draft according to this. Not looking at that, then we're going to look at catchers. Like I said, this is at 63. So even then, at 63, we're looking at, yeah. Let's look at, now this is interesting. This guy, we have him ranked 27th on our list. Yes, he's a closer. He's ranked 27th on our list, and he's not ranked on MLB's rank, so he could be a crappy look. I'm not sure. I mean, I have to basically just determine that, and I'm not gonna. I don't know. Ooh, now the Phillies have Will Grieve as 17 overall. Do we take him? We've done a fair analysis on him. He is healthy. Yeah, it's like, and he's not too far out of the lot of where he was going to be picked. So we're gonna take a chance and draft him. Feel fairly confident with that. Okay, now this is competitive balance round two. I mean round B. And then there's a compensatory round results. And then it's round three is when our next pick is. So we're going to fast forward to the next Phillies pick. And let's view our picks here. Um, yeah, interest is a big thing here. We're at 103, and this guy's 52% interest in it. But I don't know. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with him, even though his potential only goes up to 84. I think that's good enough. So we're not picking until 133 now. Yeah, it only goes, it's basically 1 minute now, and then instead of the Okay, now we're looking at a 133. Okay. The Phillies had the second baseman here, ranked somewhat higher. I'm just going to go with it. Okay. Let's go to the next round here. Review prospects. Yeah. We gotta make a pick. I'm not able to make a pick. Oh. Duh. That's what the problem was. Okay, so he's picked. Okay, we're at 193. Mm. A lot of these guys had no interest in coming to the Phillies. It's always a question mark when they don't do that, but okay, it's the next Phillies pick. Mm. I'm going to take a chance on Ricky here. And the last round, that was the last round for us, so we have finished the draft. So what do you think of the way they do the draft here in MLB The Show? Like it, hate it? Leave a comment below. But I did want to show this because it is part of the game. It basically gives you, thing where we do all that scouting at the beginning of the year that I showed. Most of the time, week by week, I haven't been showing what I've been doing with the scouting, but that is what it is. We have until August 1st to sign the picks. Ricky Wellington has an injury that will affect his long-term potential and current overall rating. Lovely. But he was a round 6 pick. So overall, really isn't that big of a deal. So that is what it is. Anyways, until next time, this is David B69, and I am out. Have a good day, everybody.